Okay, hey guys, what's going on? And welcome back to my channel. My name is Hope if you're new, and I'm really excited that you're joining me today. Kind of the elephant in the room, but last night I pretty impulsively decided that I was going to give myself bangs. So if it looks a little bit funky, that is why. I have actually never done bangs like this before at all. I don't really experiment a lot when it comes to my hairstyle. I'm definitely somebody who likes to play it safe. And so honestly, it was a really big step for me. I think that I've always used my hair as kind of like a shield in a kind of way where I feel like it kind of protects me, and I've just always been really careful with it. I've never dyed it before. I've never really done anything different. And last night I just decided, you know what? Life is short. I should just do it because it is just hair at the end of the day and it'll grow back if I don't like it. So I decided to do it. I texted my friend and I was like, I think I'm going to cut bangs. She recently did like little wispy ones and then I just chopped it. I did kind of like loose bangs, like not super thick or anything, and so I made it so that I am able to tuck them underneath the rest of my hair if I ever don't want to wear bangs for any reason. But I am obsessed with them, and I also really love how they look when my hair is up. I did like little face framing layers, and then these are just adorable, so I think it's gonna be my little summer hairstyle. But anyways, hello you guys and welcome back. We are here today to do a little bit of a bedroom refresh video. I feel like the bedroom in my house is the one place where I haven't really spent a lot of time curating, if that makes sense. I've done my home office, I've done like our little art room or like joint office room that I'm sharing with my partner, I've done the bathroom, the kitchen, the living room. Everywhere in the home is really feeling super put together, but then when it comes to my bedroom, I feel like I just kind of throw stuff in here and hope it works. I haven't really spent any time curating it, is kind of the word I would use for this. I've just kind of thrifted random bits and bobs and thrown it in. Up until about 2 weeks ago when I thrifted or off of Facebook Marketplace, I got the most beautiful vanity ever. I got a waterfall Art Deco vanity from the 1930s or 40s, and she is honestly stunning. And so I will be giving you guys a full tour of her pretty soon, but that I think was the turning point for me in terms of feeling like I really need to spend more time making my bedroom a place I want to be. And a really big part of that was actually getting a bed frame that I like. The current one we are using isn't something that I wanted necessarily. It was more so just one that we had, and so I didn't feel like getting a new one if I didn't need one right then and there. So a huge thank you to FlexiSpot for sponsoring this portion of the video. They sent over a stunning bed frame and headboard. It's like a wooden light color and it's just gorgeous. And then they also sent over a larger like area rug, and I'm going to be doing like a seating and hangout area to the left side of the bedroom. And then the right side of the bedroom is going to be for sleeping. We actually pushed our bed. We have a king size bed just for size reference, but we pushed it up against the closet because we don't really use that closet for our clothes. We're pretty much using the closet that is in the primary bedroom that I use as my home office. We use that closet for our clothes. And so this one doesn't really have a purpose except for storage. So lots of blankets, throws, extra pillows, some seasonal decor, stuff like that. So we just kind of figured if we're not using the closet, we might as well push the bed up that way. That way it really does give us so much more room on this side of the room. I have my vanity there. We have like a little seating chair nook thing. I've got a little table with my tray that I've been using for coffees and teas and stuff like that. And I think it's just really helped make the room feel like more than just a bedroom. I'm really big on making sure that I am being very practical about my space. I don't want the bedroom just to be a place where we sleep at night. I do want it to be a little bit more than that. So we have the vanity there where I've been getting ready. I've got a little coffee and tea area that's been really nice for winding down, doing some journaling and some reading at nights. And that's honestly about it. So today we're going to be setting up the bed frame. I'm going to give you guys a tour of the vanity because wow, it's crazy. And then I'm also super excited to unbox that rug. It's a beautiful pattern. It's also from FlexiSpot and it's a little bit bigger than the like rug runner. I have like one of those long runner ones right next to my bed right now. This new rug is a bit bigger and I think it's just going to give the space a little bit more of its own section, if that makes any sense. I'm a really firm believer that if you're struggling with figuring out how to section off different spaces in a larger space, so maybe like your bed bedroom, living room, kitchen, anywhere really, using a rug is a fantastic idea. It's really helpful just to kind of give your mind that distinction of, okay, this space is for this space is for that. And I personally just love using rugs to do that. So we're going to be unboxing that bed frame, doing a little tour, a little before and after, and we are just going to be giving my bedroom a little bit of an update. So thank you guys so incredibly much for joining me. Let's go ahead and get started. We are going to start with a before tour because I really like transformation videos where you can see like the before and the after. So come with me. Let's see what the current state of my bedroom is looking like. So when you first walk in the bedroom door, this is kind of the view that you see. There is my stunning waterfall vanity. You've got the chair section over here. I've got this really cool antique trunk. Obviously the bed. This is the runner I was telling you guys about, the little coffee table, some plants. This bookshelf that I'm still not really sure what I'm gonna do with. I just got it for $5 at a thrift store and it has these really interesting like indents on top of it. If you guys happen to know what that's for or what it could be used for, definitely let me know down below in the comments because it was definitely like an interesting piece. It's really heavy. It's all solid wood. And so I just kind of put that there to store some candles, lotions, books, and it's kind of nice because I've been using this little wooden stool as my nightstand. And because obviously it's not super big, it's nice to have another shelf nearby where I can actually store extra stuff that I might otherwise not have room for. I've got my super cute little unicorn chest. That was my mom's. This little plant on top of it. I have that giant mirror that honestly I just didn't have another place for, so I just kind of stuck it in this room. Over here I have a cute little shelf that I put up when my bed was actually more on this side of the room and I was using it to just store like my glasses and stuff, but I'm pretty sure that prescription is now expired. Here's a little piece of art that my mom made. I went ahead and hung that up there. Here's kind of the perspective of where the bed's at. It's pushed up against that closet wall, and I do have kind of a vision of maybe lining this entire section with a bunch of photographs. I think that would be really cool. I put a little piece of furniture back there. That way I could like put some books and stuff behind the bed just because we didn't have a headboard and I really just wanted to have something behind there. Probably the least interesting wall in the room. Again, you guys, I really haven't put any energy into doing the bedroom and I honestly can't believe it. We've lived here for over a year now and I feel like I love decorating. And so it was kind of a shock to me when I looked at this room objectively and I was like, oh, like it doesn't look like me yet. It's kind of missing that personality. And this vanity was honestly the starting point in inspiring me to kind of start working on it more. But I really want to decorate this wall with something. I'm honestly not sure what, so we're not going to be doing it in today's video, but I do have this mirror. I kind of just hung up one of my robes on a nail. Like I need to get some sort of a hook or something. A little stand with some books. I've got a peace lily plant that is asking me for some water, so we're gonna have to do that today. This is actually part of the sectional couch that's in my living room, but we didn't have enough space out there to include this piece, and so it's just in here. Really cool piece of artwork I got from Goodwill for $3. I love when I find big pieces of art. I just find them to be so eye-catching, and that one I just really love the colors of. Oops, this was the cover for the comforter that we're going to be setting up. I got some new bedding that I'm going to be trying out on the bed once we get it through the washer. Also for reference, the bed frame I think is going to be a lot lower than this. It is a Japanese style bed, which if you guys have been watching my videos for a while now, you'll know that I actually used to sleep on a futon mattress and it was a very thin mattress. It was more like a pad and I loved it. I love being low to the ground. I have dogs that have mobility and like hip issues sometimes. So it's nice that it's kind of lower so they can kind of hop up when they want to, but this is stuff that we gotta throw in the laundry. Don't mind that. Okay, you guys, are you ready? Okay, you're not ready. Oh my gosh. I cannot tell you how excited I was when I saw this on Facebook Marketplace. I ended up getting it for $200. It came with the original mirror. It has the original stool. I just kind of put a little napkin over it. It's in perfect condition, but I'm so scared about damaging it. So I'm just leaving that there for the time being. But she is stunning. This mirror is honestly huge. I don't even know if you guys can get a sense of how big it actually is, but I can see my whole self in this mirror. I think it's really cute because I can take like cute little selfies here. I've been getting ready on this stool right here every single morning. For a closer look at what I have going on here, I put some candlesticks. I've got this little honey pot that my mom gave me, except instead of honey, I actually use it for my dry shampoo mixture. It is 2 parts cornstarch, 1 part cocoa powder, and the cocoa powder is there because I have darker hair, and so it kind of helps it blend into your scalp a little bit better, but that's been the dry shampoo I've been using. I've got this cute little coaster. I got that at the thrift store. My candle, I love these wood wick ones. I love the sound they make, and so I've got that one here. Cute little jewelry box that I've been storing some makeup and just random bits and bobs in. I ended up going to Goodwill and I found this tray like the day after I found this vanity, and I thought it was perfect for it. I love all like the beveled edges. I think I got it for $4. It was half off because it was like a green tag day or something. And so I have that. I've got my little tray or little plate of my crystals and some lavender. I have this really good smelling bed spray or like a fabric spray. I've been spraying that on blankets before we go to bed occasionally, like when they're fresh, and it just makes me feel very luxurious. This little cute jewelry box, I don't really know what I have in there. I think I just have some random rocks and stuff that I found. Some perfume, a plant. I keep this little crystal bowl here just to toss some extra jewelry in. Makeup brushes. I got this for $2 at a local antique store. Thought it was so cool. Just as kind of like a little decor piece. I don't really know if I'm ever going to do anything with it, but I just feel like it fits this whole vibe. And over on this side, I ended up getting this lamp from Goodwill the weekend before with a few of my friends. Here's one of my favorite perfumes. It's called From the Garden. I only use that perfume whenever I'm going out somewhere outdoors. I'm very sentimental and I guess selective when it comes to my perfumes. I really attach emotions and experiences to them, and so this is the perfume I'll wear if I'm like going on a picnic date or maybe going on a walk or a hike or something. And yes, I do wear perfume on hikes because I just love the experience of it. So this one is the From the Garden, and then just because we're chatting about it, I use Pure Vanilla. I've had this one since I want to say 2020, and so it's just a really easy vanilla scent. I used to use that one a lot more, but because I've had it for so long, I feel like I've just gotten sentimental about it, and so I don't really want to use it up. But as far as situations where I'll wear it goes, I usually like to wear that one whenever I'm meeting new people. I feel like it just is a really warm and welcoming scent, and that is my go-to for that. Also on this little side, I've got a little tea light and this cute little lotus flower, another little hand cream, which I have another one over here if I didn't show you, and then just a comb, which is what I've been trying to do my bangs with. I don't know, you guys, do you like them? I feel like I really like them. I think that they just feel different, and I might end up cutting them a little bit shorter just because they're hanging out a little bit too close to my eyes, but I'm obsessed. I feel like I finally have the confidence within myself to change something about myself in this way. So even if I don't end up loving it long term, I think that it still just represents that I was able to make a change and feel good about it. So let's go inside of the drawers, and here I have the remote for that light, which I like to turn on at night. I've got this little good luck charm that I usually keep in my purse. I actually don't know why it's in here. I think I must have wanted to put it in here or something. Speaking of, does anyone know what this is? This is built into the drawer. Some people have said it's an ashtray, but it's wooden. I don't think I've ever heard of anything like that, and my mom kind of thought that it was just for like rings and stuff, like you could put stuff like that in it, but it's green, it's built in, and I'm so curious to know what this might be. But yeah, that is the vanity situation. It really did just inspire me to start just changing more things up in the bedroom. I really want it to feel feminine and comfortable, cozy, also a little bit whimsical. That's kind of the vibes we're going for. So I think first up, we just have to start with the bed frame. I think I'm gonna go consult with my partner and see if he can help me move this out of here, and then we will just get to building it. I'm gonna be sharing the whole process with you guys. I've heard that it is very easy to set up, but I will give you guys an update very, very soon.
I just wanna go out and walk with you. Baby, you know I just like to talk with you. You don't have to tell me anything that's new. I just wanna go out and walk with you.
Okay, we have officially unboxed it. It doesn't look that bad. The instructions are really straightforward. I'm so happy we got this color because I feel like all of the natural wood tones in my room are really gonna come out in it. Here's kind of a glimpse of the height. I know I had mentioned to you guys that it is a little bit of a lower bed. I don't know how our mattress is gonna look on top of it, but I have very high hopes for this. We are gonna go ahead and start setting this up, and I'll check back in with you guys in a little bit.
I just wanna see your shadow next to mine, sailing over pavement with our 2L.
Okay, progress update. The headboard is officially set up. We are just gonna start working on the actual like lower half of the bed frame now. I think this is gonna end up being the perfect size to kind of go up against that wall. I was a little bit worried about maybe it being too tall near the window, but I feel like the layers of the room are really gonna pull it together. Here's kind of what it's looking like. I just think it looks so natural. I've always been a really big fan of wooden bed frames, and so I'm super excited to have this one now, especially when the sun comes in. The color of this is just gorgeous. So we've got a lot of different wood tones and textures in here. We've got like the dark one, we've got the lighter flooring, and then this almost has like a little bit of like an orange hue to it. I also really like the shape of like the side parts of the headboard. I feel like it just looks super simple, but then it also adds that extra layer to my bed that I feel like I've been missing since I haven't had a headboard yet. So yeah, that is currently what's going on. I think we are probably maybe 20 minutes out or so, and then we're just gonna fold down the mattress, and I'm gonna go grab the stuff from the washer and dryer. The mattress is down. I think that if I wanted to be a little bit lower, I would have to get a different mattress, so I'm not gonna worry about that. I love it though. I feel like the look of it is just exactly what I've wanted in a headboard, so I'm really excited to finish kind of styling my room around it. I think I'm going to end up hanging up some more paintings and stuff above it, and then we do have to move this little shelf because it's not gonna fit all the way back. So we're gonna move some stuff around and maybe even reset my little nightstand. I might start using the unicorn as my nightstand again and then put the plant on this little thing. So we shall see. Cue the decorating montage.
You must be working way overtime, around fast when you always call. You must be tired standing in line, waiting for something you don't even know. Beautiful, I'll be around, and I know just what you need when things start to fall.
Okay guys, I have been scrolling on Pinterest for some inspo, and I think that I really like having some sort of shelf behind the headboard. So we're gonna go ahead and put some brackets on this piece of wood and probably put it right there. That way I can do like plants and artwork on top of it, and I just feel like it will look a little bit nicer than just having a blank wall behind it. Also, you guys know I'm a trinket lover, so I feel like I have to have as many places and little spots for trinkets as possible. So I feel like this will be a good like use of space, because once again, we've talked about it before, I love using space as efficiently and creatively as possible, and this feels like one of those times. I feel like this whole two-tone look is definitely the vibe I'm going for, and the wood in this headboard is just beautiful. So I feel like complementing it by doing some sort of board on top would work out really nicely. I'm gonna go ahead and task my partner with doing that, and I think we can go ahead and start setting up the rug from FlexiSpot now as well.
I'll be around in the storm, 'cause the feeling is right. The feeling is right. The feeling is right with you.
Here's the rug I got. That's kind of a little glimpse of the pattern. Milo is checking it out right now. It looks like it came with some rug grippers, and then I'm assuming this is the mat for underneath it. Go ahead and see what it says. Okay, so yeah, that is the rug pad. I really liked that it came with it. I got a rug for my living room, which is over there, a mess right now, but it didn't actually come with anything to go underneath, and so I think it's really cool that the FlexiSpot one does. I also really like that they show you how to actually assemble it, so I'm gonna go ahead and assemble it. I believe this one is a 4x6. I believe I have a 4x6 or a 5x7, but I have to double check. It's also just really nice that the rug is washable, because I'm sure my dog or something will just get a bunch of hair or dirt on it or something. And I also just think that the texture of it is going to be really easy to vacuum, which is going to be nice, especially because the little area that it's going to go underneath is kind of meant for morning tea, morning coffee, and maybe having like a muffin or something. You know what I mean? Also, I think the joinery on this is really unique and interesting. I actually haven't had one set up like this in a while, and I feel like it just makes it feel extra sturdy. Plus, it was really easy to set up.
Open up the window. I'm breathing in the last of September.
Ollie is checking out the rug pads. I think that they're probably going to really enjoy actually sleeping on this rug just because it is padded. So again, I'm just really excited that this came with it. I think it's going to be a little bit tricky to finish setting it up. I might have to move some of the furniture around in here first, but we are truly on the home stretch. I think I'm going to put my peace lily up on the shelf that we're doing on top of like the bed frame. And then I went ahead and added this shelf over here on the back wall. I feel like it just is the start of kind of decorating this back wall. This little antique trunk is going to stay here, and so is the mirror and that little chair, which is currently covered in pillows. But I feel like it'll just slowly come along, and we will see what it looks like in a few months. Let's go ahead and try to piece this together. This kind of really reminds me of those little play mats that you had when you were in like elementary school and stuff, wherever you would put them together. It also kind of reminds me of the flooring that people put in their home gyms and stuff. I don't know if you guys have seen those videos, but that's kind of the vibe that this is giving off. I think I have to flip A and B, because now that I'm looking at it, I'm pretty sure I don't have those the right direction. Okay, you ready to decorate with me? I know.
I can feel the wind blow, and the late summer sky is like a giant ember.
The rug mat is down. Next we have to add the FlexiSpot rug grippers. These go in all the little holes that are on each corner. They came with 8 of them, but I'm only seeing 4 holes, so we might have a few extra. Pretty self-explanatory. Peel off the plastic film and place them into the holes of the rug pad. And it does say that if they do lose stickiness over time, all you have to do is give them a little bit of a wash and they'll be good to go.
Everything is turning into gold when the autumn leaves are playing chase. It puts a smile up on my face. They leave their branches one by one and whirl around there just for fun. Some are faster, some are slow, and some are high and some are low, dancing through the last days of September.
You guys, I'm so happy with how this rug came out. I feel like the pattern is just the exact thing I had envisioned for the space. Here's kind of what I meant by saying I wanted to create a little section here. That way I can kind of sit here, drink my coffee, eat a pastry or something. Got a little getting ready area, a lounge chair. I'm gonna move that plant later. But it kind of now feels like my own little space in the bedroom, and I feel like it's just gonna make it like a more functional setup for me. I even was thinking that when I do my stretches and my yoga in the morning, I can literally just use this as a yoga mat because of the mat underneath it. It provides a lot of cushion and it's also not sliding around. And so I can trust that even if my dogs run on this thing nonstop, it's not gonna move. I think the coloring of the headboard and this rug go so perfectly together. I'm obsessed with this color palette lately. And you guys know from my house that I definitely am a little bit more eclectic when it comes to my interior design choices. So I really like that there's a bunch of different wood tones, a bunch of different colors. I feel like the colors in the rug, I'm probably gonna try to find some different artwork that'll kind of match it. But if you notice, this is actually something I've already been working on because when I chose this rug, I got that painting, which again, I feel like the colors kind of flow. And then I also think that the blue in it is very close to my unicorn chest. So I'm honestly just really obsessed with how it's coming out. I think the last thing we have to do is decorate that shelf over there and then go ahead and put on some new bedding. I got a really pretty like mauve color comforter and I feel like that color is just gonna go perfect with how this room is starting to turn out. My partner very kindly set this up for me and so I think I'm gonna put the peace lily in the corner along with maybe some candles or some photo frames or something just to decorate it a little bit more. And then I still have that painting that I'm thinking I'm gonna hang up a little bit higher, or if I don't hang it then I might just lean it against the wall or something. The one thing I would recommend when it comes to building this bed from FlexiSpot and then also assembling the rug, having a second person is super helpful because in order to get this rug underneath the bed, my partner had to lift this while I kind of shimmied under there and did that. So definitely would recommend that. But I'm obsessed and I feel like now having a rug near my vanity is also going to be just like a really nice touch to kind of have in my morning. I also really like that when you look in the mirror, you can see the beautiful pattern and the headboard and also just the bed frame in general. I love that this is now going to be my new background when I'm getting ready in the morning. It just is so beautiful. I'm so grateful for it. Now I'm noticing a theme because that blue and the purples in this also kind of look like the colors in the rug. So I think I did a perfect job at picking out artwork for this room. And I am super, super excited to see how the final product turns out. I do also want to change my pillowcases and find my other pillows just so that way I can do some sort of like layered pillow look against the headboard. I've never been able to actually lean anything up against like a board or something because normally if I don't have a headboard, I have to lay all of my pillows pretty flat. And so I'm really excited to just kind of practice styling different beddings, and I'm probably going to get really into multicolor bedding sets. So definitely stay tuned for that. But I mean, look at this. It is gorgeous. The bed is officially made. Here is the comforter duvet kind of set that I went with. I got these pink pillows from the thrift store for $2 a piece, and I felt like they would be really cute just to add on as like an extra layer. I've got this really pretty like floral leaf pattern for the sleeping pillows, and then the comforter pillows are kind of stacked on top. And I think that about does it. That is officially my spring into summer bedroom makeover. I'm so excited about how it came out. You guys have no idea how good it feels to finally feel like a room in your home is a little bit more put together finally. I really love how that shelf in the corner came out. I think the plant up there is stunning. It's also nice because now it won't get as much direct lighting, which is why I think it started to kind of start weeping a lot more often. I've got my beautiful headboard and bed frame from FlexiSpot, as well as this stunning rug that I feel like just brings a lot of warmth and coziness to the space. Cute little book session, a place for maybe like an outfit check or something, a cozy little spot to read. I've got my vanity, this plant. I love how it's kind of draping and growing around the mirror. Everything there looks great. The only thing I'm going to continue playing around with is probably the positioning of whatever artwork I decide to hang up. If I do end up putting something in that corner or maybe around the closet doors, I'll let you guys know. For now, I just kind of want to leave it as a blank canvas, and I'm pretty sure my boyfriend is also going to drill a little hole back there. That way he can kind of use that shelf as his nightstand. So I don't really want to take up too much of the space he might need for any cords or something like that. But thank you guys again so incredibly much for watching today's video. I I really hope that you enjoyed, and hopefully this gave you some bedroom inspo of your own. I have links for this rug and the headboard with the frame down below in the description if you want to check it out. FlexiSpot is amazable. The quality of their products honestly is just so good, and I feel like it just was exactly what my room was missing. It has come together so much over the course of the past few hours, and I really couldn't be happier with it. So thank you so much for spending time with me. Thanks for hanging out. If you have any recommendations on anything I should change or maybe do differently, definitely leave me a comment down below. I am always open to suggestions. So thank you again to FlexiSpot for sponsoring today's video, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye guys.